Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. All right, we're going to talk about my favorite subject today, which is sales. All right, so our subject for today is real interesting, and it's really important because, see, it's really important when you're in sales or if you're in any type of business and you're trying to do business with somebody, you kind of want to look them in the eyes. Now, see, here's the thing. If you have the capability to be able to make sure that you are selling to someone, you first have to qualify the client. I'm sorry to say it may not be your favorite thing to do, but if you don't ask these questions, which are really, really important, you may not be able to sell anything. Qualifying is probably one of the most important things that you do, and if you are thinking about selling something, make sure that the people that you're talking to can afford to buy what you're trying to sell. It's just really important. If you're out trying to sell something and you're not qualifying, it's like, oh my goodness, I see these condos behind me. They're huge. They're really nice. Imagine taking someone up there and saying, hey, you really like this? And you find out they can't even afford to pay attention. These things are expensive, but see, in reality, we all want to buy stuff, and we also have to qualify ourselves. Can I buy this? Can I do this? Can I do that? I'm qualifying all the time. And again, I'm out here at Jacksonville Beach just going over something that's real important, and it's very vitally important, especially if you have a business and if you're trying to sell things. The reason why I specify that is if you are in any kind of situation, a few questions you can ask, have you thought about owning one of these today? Do you already own one of these? Oh my goodness. So you're just moving into the neighborhood? Oh, you've been here for a long time. Okay. You're asking qualifying questions. You're asking questions so that you can see that, hey, these people are able to be able to have a conversation with you. We all want to get excited when we're salespeople, but a lot of times when we're salespeople, we get over anxious and we don't sell to the right person. Oh my gosh. And especially if you have a couple, if you got two people, man, they got two separate ideas. So a lot of times you got to qualify, but a lot of times unless you get in front of that client, it's really hard sometimes to qualify because you can't read people's emotions over the phone. But if you sell over the phone, you really got to qualify. So you've got to ask a lot of pertinent questions that are going to be able to help the customer be able to say, I like this experience. I really want to buy something. Give me some more information. Remember, if they're real easy, they might not be able to buy what you want, but they're really excited that you're talking to them because you got to be qualified. And a lot of times people have good intentions, but we don't always qualify. And I've been guilty of that myself in a lot of endeavors and things that I've done. But as I've gotten more mature, especially in sales and in things that I do in my life, qualifying makes only sense because I don't want to waste my selling time. I work on commission mostly, and if you work mostly on commission, your time is so valuable. It's really important. So you really need to get a piece of paper and write down these notes. I got quite a few selling videos now, and I'll tell you what, qualifying to me is probably the fun part because what you're doing is you're like fishing. Whoosh, you're at the beach, you're fishing. You're qualifying. You're asking people to give them, to give you information. I mean, a lot of times people don't want to say nothing, but if you're real nice, like I am, people will tell you almost anything. And then that way you can say, well, do I need to spend an extra 30 minutes with this person or do I need to get on down the road? Especially if you got a limited amount of time on a daily basis. We all do. We all have 24 hours a day. And a lot of times people are sleeping. So what are you doing using with the time that you've got? Hey, I'm very proud of you and I'm very excited. See, we're trying to qualify ourselves. Okay, how are we doing that? We're looking at ourselves. How can I improve? How can I be better? And what else can I do to be successful in my life? And right now, you need to write down on a piece of paper your goals. Get excited. Motivational. This is a transference of enthusiasm. When you sell something to somebody, don't forget first to qualify. Give them all the features, all the benefits, and all your closes, and then don't forget to ask for the order. It's just that simple. Well, and here's another thing. When you're qualifying, make it seem as though you're having a conversation, not browbeating one question after another. Give them a chance to respond because people's most important to themselves. Really, we are. everybody's the most important to themselves. And if you give somebody a chance, they'll tell you every single thing you want to know about them. And they'll tell you things they don't even know they're saying. So listen, if you're wanting to sell something, first of all, you got a client, a person. It's nice to have somebody. Be kind, collect, be sweet to them when they come up to you if you're working in retail or whatever. But remember in the back of your mind, well, am I wasting their time or am I wasting my time? Because if we work in sales, we're working on commission. So remember, guys, if you're trying to sell something, you need to qualify. You need to find out who's going to be living here. You're talking about somebody who's this nice condominium. Well, they just wanted to see what it looked like. Did you qualify first to find out they even had the funds or availability in the neighborhood? Where are they from? Do they live down the street? What have they got now? Where do they live? Questions are important. They're called qualifying questions. And it makes it simple when you try to sell something. It just makes all the sense in the world. And this is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a very simple conversation about qualifying. I'll do some more videos on this because I think it's a pretty interesting subject. And again, I'm out at Jacksonville Beach. I'm having a good day. It's in January. Oh my gosh, we are so blessed. So do me a favor, go out there and sell something. Did you just qualify yourself to find out if you're doing the right thing? I think you are. It's important and you matter. So this is Gary Lee Stanley. You go out there and sell something, and don't forget to qualify yourself to success. You're awesome. Go out there and sell something. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.